Good morning, friends. The time is 9:09 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 24th of March, 2025. That's the 25th for my friends on the other side of the planet there. Hello, Melbourne. I'm sorry I missed saying that yesterday, but hello, Melbourne. I'm such a goofball. I hope you're all doing fantastic this morning. Hello all around the world, not just to Melbourne, of course. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Just fantastic today. It is Monday for me, Tuesday for you folks on the other side of the planet there, of course. And who am I? My name is Lee. I'm the guy that started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. Well, let's call it the groups. Well, I thought it was funny. I'm that guy. That's right. I'm the guy that started it. And you, my friends, are you. And I know darn well you're freaking amazing. How do I know that? You helped me create this group, this amazing group that we're all members of, folks. We got 1,200 amazing members in the group. That's a great size for a village, right? So let's call us what we are. The funniest village on the internet. Population, you and I, friends. We're funny people living in a funny place, and we're making people laugh. Cheers to us. I'm going to apologize once again. And I know I apologized a couple of times yesterday, but I want to apologize for that really truncated video yesterday. Me going to the hockey game, well, I knew I was going to the hockey game yesterday, but I didn't realize I was leaving that early because I ended up carpooling with a friend of mine who was working the game, and he lives nearby. So we drove him to the game, we left early, then ended up going for breakfast with my buddy. So it was a change of plans that made me change the video, and I had to record it the night before. Well, the morning before, but still. Thank you for your patience, friends. It was a fun day watching hockey. Unfortunately, our team didn't win. And these are important games. We're trying to lock down a playoff position, and the team is great, but one of the issues with the team is they are a farm team for the Calgary Flames. And when the Calgary Flames have injuries or anything like that, we pull the best from that team to go up to the NHL. So it happens. It's natural, but unfortunately, it's getting close to playoff time, and it's really hurting the team a bit. But you know what? It's still great hockey, my friends. And I had a fantastic time. I had fantastic breakfast at Cowboys Casino. No, I don't go gambling or anything, but it was just nearby, and they have a good breakfast. And overall, it was a great day. And on the way home, stopped at Harvey's Hamburgers. Harvey's is a Canadian establishment, a Canadian fast food place. And this is important to Canadians, folks. This is going to be a little bit political, I'm sorry, but it's going to be real quick. Very important to Canadians that we shop Canadian right now, since we are under financial attack. We are on an economic attack from our biggest ally, the U.S., friends. It's true, and I don't want to get political, so I'm going on to something else right away, but I will say for my friends that are Canadian, shop Canadian and go to Harvey's. It was a great hamburger, folks. It really is. And if you're up in Canada, my American friends, or British friends, or Australian friends, or anyone, make sure you go to Harvey's. It's a great, great fast food hamburger place. All right, enough of that. Sorry for that slight darkness there, but I'm pretty good about not mentioning that stuff. But what am I doing today? Today is a day off, so that's 2 days off in a row. I would have been working yesterday had I not had tickets to that hockey game. And, well, aside from making the video and probably a little bit of laundry, no real plans, my friends. I'm a little tired. I'd like to take a nap, but I've never been good at taking naps. Because as a kid, I thought it was a punishment. And as an adult, I don't know. I just never got the habit. But I would like to take a nap. Not going to happen. So maybe I'll just get outside today for a little bit. It is supposed to be about 8 degrees Celsius, which is, I think, about 46.8 or something like that Fahrenheit. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like 46 something, which for March 24th for Calgary is not that bad. We are supposed to get double digits next week, though. That's double digits Celsius, so we're looking at about 15, 16 degrees, and I'm not doing the math on that, but it's a nice day, is all I'll say. It's a pretty nice day, probably like 60 degrees Fahrenheit or something. But a nice day for the spring. We're looking forward to that, and today's going to be a nice day too. So yeah, maybe I'll get out for a little bit. Who knows what I'll do? Maybe I'll do that old... Oh, I bought it. I got to buy a new computer monitor. That's what I'm going to do. I'll run down to Staples or something like that and buy a new computer monitor. Look at that, folks. You saw me formulate a plan for my day right here. You know what made me remember about that computer monitor? I looked over at my current computer monitor and saw the white spot that I have right in the middle of the screen, which is starting to get bigger. So yeah, time to update that. There I go. I got a plan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and buy myself a computer monitor, which just dawned on me. Fantastic. You know what? I missed a couple of things by not having a proper video yesterday. Rose Glad told me that she's been having a couple rough days. She's been really tired, trying to recuperate. I hope you're feeling good today, Rose. I hope you get your energy back. You know, I said it before, your knitting's amazing. We're looking forward to see more. When you do more, don't rush. Just get yourself feeling good, Rose. Get your energy stores back, and we'll wait, of course. And I am so glad that you don't feel like I'm harassing you. I just love the fact that you update us on what's going on and stuff like that, Rose. It's really what I'd like to see from more people, and I appreciate that you do it. So glad you don't feel we're hassling you. Just kind of having a little fun sometimes. I just can't wait till the day when I bring up the Rose Glad report. That's going to be hilarious, Rose. You know. And then the other day, of course, I believe it was Sunday for Saturday. Michelle, or maybe Saturday for Friday, Michelle Finnerty let us know that she'd gone on this amazing walk just a few days ago. Took some amazing photos. There's a picture of a horseshoe crab, some horses. I'm not bringing the photo up right now because I did not ask her if I could use the photo in the video. But go to not yesterday's video, but the day before yesterday's video. So that would be Saturday's video. And she posted a photo there. It just looks fantastic. And Michelle Carnahan the other day went to a big birthday bash. Lots of music and all that. I haven't asked her how that went. I hope it went fantastic. And I don't know what she's doing today because I yesterday I didn't really leave much of a video, so I didn't get a lot of feedback. But I hope she's having a great day. I hope everybody's having a great day. David Knapp let me know that when I was recording the video for yesterday, it was just when he was getting up because we're 2 hours difference. I'm Mountain Standard Time. He's Eastern Standard Time. And he's 2 hours later than we are. So his day starts earlier. He gets up at 2. Well, my midnight is his 2 a.m. So when I was recording, he was just getting up for work. So it's nice to know what people are doing, what their schedules are like. It's kind of interesting. Because, I don't know much about you folks. There's 1,200 people out there, and I don't expect to know much about most of the folks, but I do like when you do share with us. And why don't you share with us today what you're doing today, or what you did yesterday, or what you're planning on doing tomorrow? I would love to hear about it. And if you don't mind, I'll talk about it tomorrow if you share that information, folks. You know what I'm doing, my friends, and you know what I did yesterday. What am I doing? Well, I'm going to go and buy a monitor after I do this video. And then after that, maybe I'll hit the thrift stores. Who knows? Maybe I'll just come home. It's a vacuous day, and I like it. You know what? I think it's time to show off a couple of posts. But today I got 3. You know why I got 3? Because I couldn't choose between just 2. Because there were lots of good stuff up there. Plus, I think I owe you a bit extra. We've got posts from Michelle Finnerty. We've got posts from Ian Grucock. And we got posts from Eve Cusack, Seal or Sile. I really hope I'm saying that right in one of those 2 different ways. But we're going to start off with Eve's post. Bring that up right now, my friends. And I'm stupid. And I laugh. And this made me laugh because it's stupid and it's funny. A little bit like me, I hope. Eve, thank you. I love it. I laughed really hard. I think this might be Bizarro, but I'm not 100% sure who the cartoon is. Oh, I think it probably says in the bottom. It is Bizarro. Fantastic. Eve, I love it. Thank you very much. And I don't know why this makes me laugh, but it's funny. Next one from Ian Grucock. Ian, thank you very much for your post. Let me bring that up right away. And yeah, I think you could figure it out if you know how an Etch-a-Sketch works. If you don't, I'm not going to explain the Etch-a-Sketch, but just look it up. Look up a YouTube video, somebody explain it. It's just awesome. Thank you very much, Ian. And that's the first time I've shared anything from Ian. Thank you very much for your post, man. Keep them coming through. Awesome posts like this will get yourself featured. Next one is from Michelle Finnerty. If you don't recognize that name, you are new here, my friends. Because Michelle, along with Melissa Carnahan, are our two most prolific posters, and they post some amazing stuff. So here we bring up Michelle's post. Thank you, Michelle. Saw this the other day. I sent it to a buddy of mine immediately because it just cracked me up. And it's perfect. It looks exactly the way you would expect it to look. Michelle, thank you. That rocked my day yesterday. I laughed so hard when I saw it yesterday. I had this ready to go for yesterday. I just didn't have a video ready to go for yesterday. I absolutely love it. I love all 3 of the ones I shared today, folks. And, I love all the stuff you folks share. Just keep it all coming in. Just flood us with posts, my friends. Just, you find something funny out there, share it. I mean, if you know it's not appropriate for the group, don't share it. But, take a chance once in a while. You never know, it might get through. The more you share, the better we are, and the better chance I have of maybe actually showcasing one of your posts too, my friends. And don't forget, we can't grow without you. And you are the best thing about the group, my friends. So keep your stuff coming in. Let's just bury us in posts. I just want to be buried in posts. And I want us to grow. And don't forget, we've got a contest. We really do. We've got a contest where if we get to 2,200 members by April 11th, I'm going to draw for a shirt at random from our 2,200 members. But I'm also going to provide a shirt for the person who referred the most people. How will I know that? Well, when your friends join up, ask them to do a hello post or a welcome post to our welcome page, and there's a link to that in the notes and more information about the contest there too. But get them to do a welcome post like, hello, I'm so and so, I just joined, and get them to tell us who referred us. So, hi, my name is Joe Schmo, and Melissa Carnahan referred me to the page. Hi, I'm Mary Jane so and so, and Michelle Finnerty referred me. That's how I'm going to know who referred them, folks. I want to give away 2 shirts. I really do. Let's hit 2,200 members and refer your friends. And tell them to tell me that you were referred by you. We're going to give away 2 shirts, okay? Thank you very much. Well, folks, let's take a quick look as to where we've ended up so far. So, let's see. I came in. I told you what time it was when I started recording this video. I told you what the date was on 2 parts of the world. Hello, Melbourne! And you know what? Hello, Sunshine Coast! Why not, right? And then after that, I apologized again for such a short video yesterday. I'll do it once more. Sorry, folks. Then I told you about what I did yesterday, of course. I went to a hockey game. Calgary Wranglers hockey game. I had a fantastic day yesterday. And after that, I told you about some folks' days that I wasn't able to tell you about yesterday. Rose, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you get your energy stores back. I hope you have a fantastic day, Rose. Maybe that's you'll soak up the sun and it'll re-energize you. You've got that beautiful sun there in Hawaii, so I hope you're feeling better, Rose. And of course, Michelle shared with us a fantastic walk that she went on, and it looks like she lives in an amazing place. She said she went from the forest to the ocean, or the forest to the water. She had a fantastic picture, just fantastic pictures in general. So make sure you check out her video from 2 days ago. She's got a photo there. She even saw a horseshoe crab along with horses. I think that's amazing. I don't live anywhere near the ocean. I live near the Rocky Mountains. And I don't get to see horseshoe crabs very often. So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Michelle. And Melissa Carnahan, she was going to a big birthday bash. I think it was a big party. Lots of music and all that. If I'm not mistaken, she shared the bill. It looked like it was a really, really packed night of entertainment. And I hope that went well for her. I forgot to ask yesterday, because I'm not a good person sometimes. So sorry about that, Melissa. Forgot to ask how that went. I hope it went fantastic. I'm going to ask you right away once I'm done the video how that went. So anyways, that got us here, didn't it? No, it didn't get us here, did it? I forgot that I showcased some posts today. Usually I showcase 2, but there was 3 great ones and I couldn't choose one. I thought, why bother to choose? Because I owed you for yesterday anyways, right? So there's 3 posts that I shared today. I shared one from Eve Cusack Seal, I just don't know, Michelle Finnerty, and Ian Grucock. Thank you very much, folks. I really appreciate your posts. I really do. And they make me laugh. They make other people laugh. So you're doing something amazing, my friends. Remember, folks, keep your posts coming in. So that got us to here. And once we get here, where do we go? I'll tell you where we go, my friends. We go right to the bad jokes. What do you call a camel with no hump? Humphrey. Who won the neck decorating contest? It was a tie. I've got a new pen that can write underwater. It can write a bunch of other words too. My boss told me to dress for the job I want, not the job I have. So tomorrow I'm going as Batman. I'm an optimistic pessimist. I'm positive something's going wrong. My wife asked me, what starts with F and ends in K? And I turned to her, no it doesn't. My wife says I've got 2 really big faults. I don't listen, and something else, I'm not sure what she said. Not to brag, but I've got a knack for figuring out what's inside a wrapped present. You might call it a gift. Don't use double negatives. They're a big no-no. Why shouldn't you write a book on penguins? Because writing a book on paper is much, much easier. Thank you, David Knapp, for providing me with the first 4 jokes today. It's been a few days since I featured David Knapp's jokes. Yesterday was because I didn't have time and I was just rushing to get something out. Day before, he had provided me with some jokes, but I was having trouble. Sometimes I have trouble with certain jokes, just getting my mouth around the words. I think you might know what I'm talking about. And they didn't quite sound right. It wasn't David's jokes. It was my presentation of the jokes I was having trouble with. Today, I was able to get four of your jokes out, and I really appreciate them. I always appreciate your jokes, David. And folks, I appreciate your jokes if you send them to me too. Send them in and I'll tell your jokes if I can. You just send them to jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. Jokes@wellithoughtitwasfunny.com. And you know what? If I can use them, I will, and I will always give you credit. I don't steal jokes, my friends. I had a joke stolen from me by a professional one time, and you know what? Well, I was actually kind of glad. It made me feel good. But no, I won't steal your jokes. I'm going to give you credit, I promise. So sending your jokes to Well I Thought It Was Funny, and if I can use them, I will, my friends. And you know what? As usual, there's a penguin joke in there. Folks, I get those jokes from a biscuit that comes from the UK called a penguin biscuit. They come in a package of, well, I've seen them in packages of 6. Maybe there's more, maybe there's less. Every one of them has a joke on them because they're individually wrapped and they have a penguin joke. If you're in the UK, or if you have a friend in the UK, please, 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 please help me set up a cookie deal. I want some of these biscuits sent from the UK so I can tell a fresh batch of jokes, my friends. If you can help me with that, it'll be a beautiful thing. And of course, we'll have a little story to tell on here about how we did the big cookie caper. Come on, help me, please. If you're in the UK, or if you have a friend in the UK, or friends in the UK that are willing to be part of the great cookie caper, biscuit fiasco, I don't know what you want to call it, please help me get some penguin biscuits from the UK. I'm going to pay for everything. I don't expect you to be out of pocket or your friend to be out of pocket, I promise. And I'll pay ahead of time. You just figure out how much it's going to be, and I'm going to send you some cash. As long as it doesn't bankrupt me. So please help me get some of these biscuits. I implore you. But you know what? There's a better idea to get those penguin jokes. And this is my idea. And this is a message to McVitie's/Platis, the company that makes penguin biscuits. McVitie's or Platis or both, you should sponsor my joke videos. You really should. I know it's just a segment in this video, but they also stand alone as videos on YouTube, on Instagram, and on TikTok. That's my joke videos on all 3 platforms. They're by themselves, and they've got those penguin jokes, and those are your penguin jokes. And I put that little thing up there that says, not sponsored by McVitie's. It's about time you sponsored these jokes. Why? Because it's going to be cheap for you. So cheap. It's going to cost you some biscuits or a database of your jokes, one or the other. I'd love either one. The biscuits with the jokes would be the best, of course. But I'll settle for the database. And when we're talking cash, it's going to be so little that your advertising department's barely even going to notice it. But it's going to make a big difference here. And you're going to help this channel grow. You're going to help this Facebook group grow. You're going to help this YouTube channel grow. You're going to help this Instagram channel grow. You're going to help this TikTok, whatever they're called, grow. You know, at Platis McVitie's, you could do a lot for very little, and I'm gonna keep pushing your biscuits because I already do for free. Why? Because they're delicious and those jokes are so cheesy that I love them. So come on, Platis/McVitie's. Why don't you contact me at admin@wellithoughtitwas.com, admin@wellithoughtitwas.com. It's gonna be great for both of us. We'll create something amazing here, my friends. And this is where I ask you to do 2 quick favors, my friends, real quick ones. I want you to try to make somebody laugh today if you can. If you're in a situation where it's appropriate, try to make somebody laugh. If you make somebody laugh, you're going to make their day better. If they're having a bad day, way better. If they're having a good day, hey, a little bit better. Why? Because they're laughing. Laughing makes you feel good. And you can do it. You can make somebody laugh, my friends. You do it all day on the group, so you might as well do it when you're out and about if you can. Second favor, just as important, you're an important person. You deserve to laugh. Please find something that makes you laugh today. I know there's no switch between sad and happy, but try to find something that makes you laugh because you make people laugh all day long with what you share in the group, and you deserve it, my friends. So those are the favors. Try to make somebody laugh, and please laugh yourself. And real quick, my friends, we have a donation page. We got a QR code right there. I got a link at the bottom right here, but I have a clickable link in the show notes up there. What is it? It's a PayPal page where you can donate $2, $3, or $5 to the group. That's $2, $3, or $5 to this group. And you know what does that do? That helps us dedicate more time to making this group amazing. We already dedicate more time than you would think to the group. And if we're able to make it make more sense, we will. So those donations will definitely help. And those are in Canadian dollars. So if you're in the States, that $2 is only $1.67. And, you know, that scales up the same way. So it's really, really cheap if you're in the States, my friends. And if you feel like helping us, any donation will definitely help. And 50% of all donations will go to the Calgary Humane Society. And we've got an amazing store, my friends. We do. Take a look right over there. We've got t-shirts, 3/4 sleeve shirts. We've got hoodies, multiple colors of all of these, by the way, my friends. We've got a phone case. That's right. We've got an iPhone phone case. Pretty much all the models of iPhones. You just got to click the drop-down list, find your phone. And then you know what else we have? We have an amazing tote bag. That's right. Take a look at that tote bag there. That's Rose Glad with her tote bag. Rose Glad told us that tote bag is not only good for groceries and books, but it's also great for your rubber chickens. That's an amazing thing, especially if you're into comedy. You probably understand the link between rubber chickens and comedy. But if not, it's there, my friends. And that's one of the reasons why I love that endorsement. That's the best endorsement I've got for any of our products. And I've got a few, my friends. We've got some happy customers. So, you know, if you find something there, I want you to let us know. Let us know what you bought. Let us know what you think of what you bought. Show off that coffee cup. Show off that t-shirt. Whatever it might be, I want to see you with our products because you're already beautiful people. And I think you're going to look great showing off your Dorothy the cow. That's right. That's Dorothy the Smoked Cow. I think you're going to look great showing off your Dorothy the Smoked Cow products. So, folks, check out the store. Hopefully you find something you like and let us know if you do. And you know what, folks? I think I'm going to wrap up the video here because it's about that time. But I do want to say thank you for being the funniest people on the internet, my friends. All 1,200 of you. Thank you for making this the funniest village on the internet. Population us, of course. We're funny people. We're living in a funny place. And we're making people laugh. And as I say it all the time, that's all I want to do, really, in life, is make people laugh. That and eat good food, of course, right? So, folks, thank you for making this such a funny place. And, you know, and it's a great feeling knowing that I've got 1,200 amazing people out there that find what I've created worthwhile, you know, and it's only worthwhile because of you folks. So keep it coming. Keep those posts coming in all the time. Bury us in posts, like I said earlier. Just bury us in those posts. And you find something funny out there, just share it. I mean, if we can't use it, we won't use it. But there's a good chance we can because you got a good taste in what's funny, obviously, because this is a hilarious place. And it's getting funnier because we're getting more people. And don't forget, if you can, refer this group to your friends. Tell them it's a funny place. Tell them we want to grow. Even tell them the story about the other group getting stolen if you want. We're going to make this place huge, but it's big right now, and it's amazing right now. And, you know, thank you for making me laugh every day, friends. Thank you for everything you send in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching those bad jokes. Thank you for sharing your bad jokes, David especially. You know, I just love the fact that I've got a group of people that come here every day. They watch the video. I love the fact that I got a big group of people that come to this group every day and look for the funny stuff. Folks, you make me happy. You really do. And that's a great thing. Not that I wasn't happy before. You make me happier, I guess is the way to say it. Hopefully we're making you happy too. You know I'm going to be here again tomorrow. I want you to be here too. Hopefully we got a few new friends with us. But if not, we got a great group, don't we? Folks, see you again tomorrow. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.
That was funny.